Hey y'all, it's Michael, and this is my first video in like a kind of yearbook looking back at 2015 on my Booktube channel. Upcoming videos will include my personal YouTube moments, like my own channel, and then like Booktube in general, because I watch a lot. I watch a lot of Booktube. And then of course my top books of the year. Now, I've decided, and I'm going to split it up, but I've decided to do my top 45 books of the year. And yes, I know that's like an overindulgence, but I couldn't decide. And I've read, you guys, this year I read 205 books. That is a lot. It does include graphic novels, and there's like 2 short stories in there, but if you took away that's probably like, that's like 50 graphic novels, and that still means that's 150 books, which is a lot. Good God, that's a lot. I've also noticed when I was looking through like all of my books that I read for 2015 was that it was really diverse. I felt like I've not only read books from a lot from the US, but also like around the world, and like some translated works and like authors that I really wanted to get into. I love some of them, like Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie, J.M. Coetzee, Murakami. Like these were some of the authors that I really wanted to read some of their works for a really long time, and I finally got around to them. In this video, I'm going to talk mainly about the non-book stuff that I really enjoyed. The thing is, I didn't play a lot of video games this year. For some odd reason, my video game playing like went down drastically. No, that's probably because when I'm reading, I can't be playing video games. Probably why. And I consider myself a hardcore gamer, but it's just been slowing down, and it is what it is. Let's talk about some of the music that I've really enjoyed this year. Okay, so here's how it works. I subscribe to Tidal, so that's how I stream a lot of my music. I personally like to go buy CDs like when I really enjoy an artist. First off, this is around the holidays, but the Pentatonix holiday CD, oh my gosh, love. Great music, great music. Another album that came out later in the year that I found myself really enjoying was Troye Sivan's Blue Neighborhood. I have never heard of him, even though he has like 1 million subscribers on YouTube, until Tidal was like, they have a new release section, and I was like, I never heard of this kid before. So I looked it up and I was like, oh my gosh, I really like him. And to me, it's like a combination between like Lorde, and then he dances like a combination between Drake and like a noodle. I saw that in a comment, and I was like, oh my god, that's exactly how he dances. And then of course, 2015 definitely belonged to Adele. Now, this is really funny. So at work, what usually happens is like I would listen to my audiobooks, and then towards the end, I would put on my like phone and we would listen to music, and the whole place, you could hear the music. So, you know, I like to choose music that like everybody would seem to like. I literally played her album so many times. The downside is though, I feel like with her album was, granted I still like it and I really enjoy it, is that I felt it was really similar to 21, and you could see her like growing up, and I think 21 is her best album. And I felt like 25, I see that she was growing as a person, but I felt like it didn't get pushed far enough compared to like her jump from 19 to 21. My favorite album of the year that came out this year was The Weeknd. Whew. When I tell you we listened to his album at work so many times, oh my gosh, we'll listen to his album so many times. I love this album. It is so good. It's just greatly produced, great lyrics. I think it's album of the year. I loved it. So let's talk about some movies. I used to be like a huge movie theater goer a few years ago. I would like try to watch a lot of like, not even the mainstream movies, but like also the indie movies. Now I feel like I don't really watch that many movies nowadays. I tend to gravitate more towards TV, and I feel like with movies I've only watched like the big blockbusters. Oh, Pixar, they're my favorite studios. This year, surprisingly, they came out with 2 pretty decent ones, because some of their other ones weren't that great. And then of course there were like Star Wars, all that I really like. Oh, Furious 7 was really good. I can't really talk about movies because I felt like I didn't watch enough to talk about them, so yeah. So TV, yes. I watched a good amount of TV. I love Hulu. That's mainly what I watch TV on. I do also like to live tweet, so there's that. My favorite TV show of this year is, hands down, there was no question, was Fargo. I love that show. First off, season 1 is incredible. Like, it is so good. But then I was like, how are they gonna top this off? Because I was really scared. With like True Detective, I was like, oh my gosh, how are you gonna top off True Detective like that? Oh, first season of True Detective, and I was like, oh my god, how are you gonna top off the first season of Fargo? And they actually did it. I felt like season 2 was up there with season 1. Oh my gosh, it's so good. And this is like amazing filmmaking. So good. It has everything. Like, it's funny, has a incredible story, has these great characters. There's an episode in there that I was like, wow. Oh my gosh, y'all, the cinematography, just go watch it. Like, it's just so good. You don't even have to watch it in like season 1 or 2 in order, but you should anyways. Let me talk about anime. Current anime that I'm watching right now is Yearbook, which I have heard from a lot of people that it is one of the best animes of this year. It's basically an anime about making anime. And it involves this group of girls that, from where I'm at, I mean, I don't know how it's gonna progress, but this group of girls who is in their anime club, and like they make anime and they show it to their like festival, and then the show jumps a couple of years later and like they're adults. Some of them are like making anime and some of them are not, because I haven't finished it yet, but some of them I was like, where'd this character go? So insightful. You're seeing how something that you love is being made, because while I love anime, I don't have a full grasp on how it's made, and good god, it looks hard. One Punch Man, oh my god. I was really scared going into this anime because it was hyped. Before even the anime came out, it was hyped. Another hyped anime that's probably not gonna hold up. This anime deserves the hype. It was so good. The creature design is really good. The story is really interesting. It's about this everyday, basic guy who is a superhero, and it's really good. Another anime that I think was really great was When Marnie Was There. This is by Studio Ghibli. I was actually scared to watch this because it has no involvement with Hayao Miyazaki. And if I've ever saw him in real life, I don't know what I would do. Thank goodness. It was a really great movie. I was excited because I actually listened to the audiobook before watching the movie. This is a great adaptation. The book is actually my top favorite books of the year. It's drawn beautifully. And then the thing is though, there's something that happens at the end, and when you find out what the revelation is, it's so sad. Like, it's genuinely a sad story. It is so sad. Oh, you know what's really good too? Parasite. That anime. I was so into it. It had great pacing and it had the balls to do what it carried out to do, which I really enjoyed. Great action anime. I really liked it. This is the year that I finally got onto the free hype train. I have always wanted to watch this anime because I see people talking about it, cosplaying. It can't be that good. We're in the process of watching it now and it lives up. It's so good. Them being shirtless and just swimming is just used so girls can be like, ah, fangirling, but it's deep. Like, it talks a lot about finding your voice and knowing what to do in life and worrying about your future, friendship, and family. This anime is up to the hype. We haven't finished it yet. If it keeps up this pace, it's just as good as everybody says it is. Let me talk about my 2016 goals. I feel like this is more of a journey for me, especially with reading. This year, I read really great books and it was really diverse. In 2015, I also discovered that I love listening to audiobooks. It's such a great way for me to get more stories into my life. I will actually make a whole video about audiobooks. While I want to still keep doing what I'm doing with my reading, I do want to do some tweaks, which is I want to do more vlog reviews. I love doing vlog reviews because it's really a combination of what I love, which is books and vlogging, because it's also like a reaction video because I can react as I'm reading it. I always have my little camera with me. I want to do more of those. They're just really easy to pull out the camera, pull out my point and shoot, be like and then at the end do like a final conclusion. I really enjoy them. Two genres that I find audiobooks like for me to listen to really are high fantasy and classics. Those two genres for me are really hard to listen to and grasp what everything they're saying. I kind of want to work more on that, so I'm probably gonna try to ease onto. I had a great time in 2015. I had an amazing Booktube journey. I really loved it. Now granted, I didn't post a video every week, which I am going to try to this year. I think this is why. I think the reason why I read so many books this year, it started off awful. Like 2015 started off awful because I don't think I've ever talked about this on my channel, and if you look back on some of the videos you'll notice it, but in 2015 my grandma passed away, and I think that really hit me, like especially with reading, because like it's almost like a coping mechanism, like to just read and get away from all of the crap that's happening. And it's okay, hold on, wait, I can't do this. So yeah, that's why. So also in 2015, you guys, I did a load of readathons, and I think that's how I read so many books. I definitely want to do more readathons. I think they're just so much fun, and I love editing a whole vlog, even though it's like 40 minutes long, and like showing you a whole week of how I'm reading and how I'm trying to absorb all of these stories. One of the highlights definitely for 2015 is my sister having her baby and having Mayel. Like, I love being an uncle. It's one of the best things ever because, to be honest, I don't think I ever want to have a kid. Someone was like, oh, your sister has a kid. Are you gonna get one? Heck nah! No, do you know how much it costs to raise a kid and like all the responsibility? I already have a dog. That's my kid. Like Bullet is my son. Like he's my baby. So I don't need another person to take care of. I already take care of my aunt as it is. I don't need another. What? One of the highlights of that is not only spending time with her is just really fun, but also she gets to go home and cry at home. So I don't have to deal with all of the crying and all of the poopy diapers. It's kind of like I'm here having fun, but then like, here you go, I can take a break now. I know it might sound bad. It's a great experience being an uncle. Now I see why people post pictures and like Snapchats of their babies. I never understood it. Like I used to watch people's Snapchats and like Instagram and be like, oh my gosh, what? That's all you post is like your baby. But I completely understand why you would post 13 baby pictures on your Instagram straight in a row. A new family member, because in case you don't know or haven't watched any of the vlogs, we have a huge family and now it's even bigger. It's great. Yeah, I think that's everything that 2015, yeah. I'll talk more about it because I'm going to do a video. Yeah, 2015, well, it had its downs, like incredible downs. It definitely had its moment. So, yeah, I can't think of anything else. So yes, until then, I'll see you guys till later. Bye! Oh my gosh, okay, this is gonna be like a little thing, but I used to watch America's Next Top Model, and they would always talk about their kid, and like, I'm doing this for my daughter, I'm doing this for my son, blah 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 blah. I'm like, okay, I get that, but then they would literally talk about the same thing, like, that same topic about like 18 more times, and I'm like, okay, we can keep it going. I get it. You got a daughter. I get it. But now I completely understand.